Hi guys, welcome to another episode of What Matters Matters, where we give you guys the latest update on trends around the world. And if you're new here, you are welcome. And I'm very sure you're going to enjoy sticking with us always. And if you have been a subscriber, I see you guys. Thank you for the likes, thank you for the shares, thank you for the comments, thank you for everything. You guys, is it really true? Like, this video you're about to watch, I want you guys to watch it and tell me if it is right, if it is true. Drop your opinions and tell me if what these people said in the video is true. Let's watch the video.
Why are black people in jail at higher rates than white people?
That's the question, right? Maybe because they commit more crimes than white people.
Mind blown. No. Let's see what else he had to say.
So every independent analysis shows that blacks have committed a disproportionate amount of crime. No one wants to say it out loud, but it's true. In fact, in New York, 52% of murders are committed by blacks, 40+% of arson, 60+% of drug deals. And so the question you should really be asking is what drives them to commit crimes? That's the question.
That is more of the question. And the reality is, in a lot of areas, we do commit more crime. That's just the reality of it. And it does nobody any good for us to live in la la land and be in denial about this and act like it's not the truth. And there are a multitude of factors that play into why people do what they do. It could be circumstances. They feel they have no other options. It could be poor decision making. A lot of times it is poor decision making. Parents have a role in not raising their children, providing the support and resources they need to grow and develop in a proper manner. It could be parents having children, when they're not even ready to have children. There are a lot of different things that play into this, and a very large part of it is on the parents and the children and their decisions. Again, we like to act like black people are not accountable for the things they do and we just blame everything on the system. No, we need to be held accountable for what we do. And we need to acknowledge the fact that we are accountable to our decisions and that our decisions have consequences, whether they're good or bad. But as long as we keep denying that and focusing on the system the whole time, we're going to continue to struggle at the rate that we are.
You guys, from the video you just watched, is that really true? Do you think blacks are the one always committing crimes? Like, do you think that is true? I want you guys to drop your opinion about the video that was just played right now. The lady saying that black people are more in the prison because of the crimes they commit. Do you guys think it is true? Do you guys think she's right? Which circumstances play or encourage committing crimes? Like, I want you guys to tell me which circumstances play or encourages committing crimes. Like, I want you guys to drop your opinions about the video you just watched now. Let's watch the next video where this man was diminishing black culture because of the names black gives to their child. Let's watch the next video.
Like, black people are notorious for naming their children 25-letter names that they're never going to get even pronounced right, let alone spelled right. Like, why would you do that?
Do you know why they actually do that? The reason for that is because during slavery, their identities were taken away. So they had to have unique names in order to identify their offspring when they were sold from different plantations. So that came down generationally as generational trauma.
Okay, well, how about now? Isn't that sort of trauma for that poor kid that's never going to have his name spelled right?
Only to your standards.
Like, what is... If I were that child, I wouldn't want my name misspelled all the way through or mispronounced by people.
That's because people can't take the time to pronounce it correctly.
Whatever.
You can say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but you can't say Jaquan. Are you kidding me?
Okay, whatever the result is, the poor child does not have his name pronounced correctly or spelled correctly.
Because people do not take the time. You can take the extra 2 seconds to do it, but instead you're sitting here making fun of a whole culture of people for things that they didn't have a choice on.
Do you have a name that gets misspelled a lot?
I sure don't.
Well,
because my mom whitewashed my name.
So that's right.
So from this video you guys just watched now, this white lady saying that black people gives their children a long name. Like, why do they have to give their children that name? And the other lady was trying to explain to her that, okay, during slavery and everything happened, so they had to just find a way to give their children that kind of names. And the woman keeps saying that these names, the children might grow up not to like that. Why can't the children might grow up not to like the way she was diminishing black culture? Like, what do you guys think about it? What are your opinions? Do you think this woman is right, saying that the names black people give to their children, it's not what it's supposed to be? Like, why are black people giving their children that kind of names? You guys, come think of it. The lady in the video was even trying to explain to her that during the slavery time, they just had to do something to give themselves names and all those things. But she was still criticizing the black culture. Like, why was she still doing that? I want you guys to drop your opinions about it. If you feel right about it, or if you feel it's true that the black people give their children those long name of 25 words, do you guys think it's true? Do you guys think it's right? Because she was condemning the black culture, saying that they don't need to give their children those kind of names. I want you guys to drop it in the comment section. Okay, so the next video you guys are about to watch is where a lady was explaining about racism in Indonesia. Let's watch the video.
So when a lot of people start to consider moving abroad, especially people of color, their first question when looking at different countries is this country racist? Or do they like black people? Or do they like insert this race? And within my first few months in Indonesia, I didn't really have much complaints about racism because of course I would get the normal stares here and there, but the past few weeks have been a bit intense for me. I'm planning to move out of my apartment that I'm in right now. I've just had a lot of issues where the maintenance has not helped me, like I didn't have hot water. Every issue that I've had has not really been met with the urgency that I've wanted. So obviously before moving abroad, I was not able to firsthand visit apartments and pick them out myself. My job went out of their way to survey different apartments, compile a long list of which ones that I might like, and I went through those options and chose which one would fit me best. I made the executive decision letting my job know that I do not want to stay here. In my contract it states that if I choose to move out of the apartment that they helped me select, I have to do the search on my own. And I thought the process would be very simpler and similar to America, where you just look up the local places in the neighborhood and reach out to see if they have any open units and then tour. But it's been the complete opposite. It's been extremely excruciating for me. I'm realizing that a lot of owners are racist and discriminatory as fuck. So there was one specific apartment that I was sent before I moved to Indonesia, and obviously I said no because I chose this place. And since I'm looking for a new place, I was like, okay, let me just check out the other apartments that I was offered before I came here. So I reached out to the leasing agent that my job put me in contact with, and this woman was extremely racist to me. She told me that I could tour the apartment. Then the day of, she told me that there are no longer any apartments in the building. It is like 3 different buildings, and you're telling me there's not a single one open, and that she could show me apartments in a separate apartment building, which is the one I already live in, because the owner does not rent out to foreigners. So basically the agent that I spoke with, she would not let me tour the apartment because I was a foreigner. And I'm aware that in Indonesia, a lot of people, specifically if you want to start a business or do certain things, they are quite wary to work with foreigners, and it's more reliable to work with an Indonesian. Basically the woman said that the owner doesn't want any foreigners in the building at all. And I was very confused by that because, like I said, I was offered a space in this apartment before I came. It wasn't until I spoke to someone that works with the same company as me. She's a white woman and she's also from America, and she lives in that building. So that's when I knew that it was definitely an issue of racism rather than me being a foreigner. So the white woman that I spoke to who lives in that building, her name is Jules, and when I told her about the situation, she was able to reach out to another agent in that building, and they were able to help me like right away, wanted to give me the tours, wanted to help me out. But when I spoke to the other agent, she said that no foreigners are allowed, the owner doesn't want any foreigners living there. So it was very strange to me that I'm being told by one agent that foreigners are not allowed to live there. There are no apartments at all left in the building, and there's just a strict rule on foreigners living there. And another woman who is a white woman who lives there, who is a foreigner, who is from the same country as me, is talking to a separate agent, and they're saying that I can live there and that they have multiple options for me to tour. So I actually brought this up to my boss at work, and she told me that the building had a history of issues with African people in the past, so the owner was very wary to rent out apartments to Black people. So I got literal confirmation that I was denied entry to tour an apartment because I am Black and I am of African descent. Obviously, I don't want this to strongly impact anybody's decision if they plan to move to Indonesia. I do want everyone, especially people of color, to make an educated decision. And of course, consider having an Indonesian agent help you look for an apartment, or else you will be limited to options that are super unfair. In America, you could easily file a housing discrimination case in a situation like this, whereas in Indonesia, this is just the norm.
I mean, you guys might have had experience or might have heard anybody having experience about this. Is this true? What she said, is this true? Because she said she faced lots of racism there. You guys heard the part where she said she wanted to get an apartment tour, and then the woman allowed her to even tour around. And then after, when she came back, she was like, the woman told her there is no more apartments again, like there is no more space, like everything is already taken. And then she's wondering, I already tour around this apartment. She was supposed to get the apartment, but because of, he said the owner does not want foreigners in the apartment. That is why it's like that. Do you guys think it's true? I explained a story of how she was a victim of racism in Indonesia. Like, I want you guys to drop your opinions in the comment section and say like what you have to say about it. Because is it right, she facing those kind of things, having a tour around the apartment, the lady allowing her to, and then when she finally comes, telling her that there is no longer apartment there, that the owner does not want a foreigner in the apartment? I want you guys to tell me in the comment section. Okay, now the next video I want you guys to watch are social experiments. The first one, where this man puts a monkey picture at his back. The Black man puts a monkey picture at his back, and then some white people taking videos of him, some white people laughing at him, and then some white people helping him take off the picture of the monkey at his back. I want you guys to watch this video showing social experiments of racism between the Black and the whites. Let's watch the videos. Was gotten into before you guys watch the video. I told you guys about one of the videos where the man puts the picture of the monkey at his back, and then some people taking pictures of him. Even some white people helped him, and then he hugged them after. That's what I've been trying to say. Racism, like, it is nothing. There's nothing so serious in. I don't understand why there is still racism at this point of time. Like, it's very, very disheartening. It's very, 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 very sad. The second video that you guys watched, where the man was trying to hold somebody and like seek help from them to help him walk, a Black person did it, and then the white people were rejecting him. But when the white people did it, then they accepted him. Like, it is really, really sad. It is really sad. Sometimes, like I've said before, it causes trauma. Like, it makes people feel less of themselves. It makes people feel like they are nothing because of their color. It's just colors that are different. The arts of either a Black person is good. The art of a white person too is good. Whether you are white, whether you are Black, whether you are any color, everybody is the same. No Black should be racist to the whites. No white should be racist to the Black. Like, everybody together, one. We are one. It should not be any differentiation between any of them. This next video you guys are going to watch is going to leave you guys very happy, because it shows how a white person was showing love to a Black person, and also him saying that if he would come again, he would like to be a Black person and he likes Black artists. Let's watch the video.
If you could be any race other than the one you are, which would it be?
That's a great question. Black?
What is your current race?
I'm white.
What is one thing that you take pride in about being white?
There's a lot I look down upon being white.
What is something that you appreciate about Black culture?
I just went to a recent concert that had a lot of Black artists that I think are extremely inspiring. A lot of what they rap about is something that I cannot experience firsthand, and I'd like to understand it better, and part of that understanding I don't think I will achieve because I'm white.
You guys, so the atmosphere in that video was very, very amazing. Like, I really enjoyed watching the video because this white guy literally said, if it could be other race, it would be black. Like, this is to tell you guys that we are the same. Whether you are white or whether you are black, you are the same. Like, black, yellow, purple, brown, white, any color, everybody is the same. It is just the color that is different. He said he likes the black artists too. Like, that is how it's meant to be. Let the white love the black. Let the black love the white. Because we are the same. So I want to leave this to you guys. Colors, they are just colors. Colors don't speak of what we are. Colors don't speak for the hearts. The hearts might be clean. It is just colors. So I want, like, you guys just take it that we are all the same, irrespective of our colors. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode, and do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you guys on my next episode. And do not forget, this channel does not support racism or violence. See you guys on the next episode. Bye.